can't put out one video and expect tremendous results.
Dude, YouTube has its own way of doing things. Whatever you do, do not share it on social media.
Things on YouTube live forever, and that's what's powerful.
It's not going to slow down. It's only going up from here. Dude, you were so right. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Pardon Our Disruption. We're two real estate dudes that have nothing better to do but sell homes and make real estate videos. It's what we do, and that's going to be the focus of today. We're talking YouTube and how it has transformed our business. My name is John Arroyo from LPT Realty, and this is my buddy Levi.
Hey everybody, let's talk some real estate.
Yeah, well, let's talk YouTube, actually. YouTube is a very powerful force in what we do. I kind of stumbled onto it. Just a little bit of background about me. I was a radio DJ for 25 years, and then I became a business owner, and my business was videography. So I had a video business, and when I moved here to the Emerald Coast, things were slow. The business was slow, and I was having to travel to Memphis every week, where we moved from, to continue to work. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to start a YouTube channel here because I had saw some other people do it here. This guy. And I liked what he was doing. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and try that. As my wife was a realtor, and I figured, I did multi-million-dollar homes, that this might be an avenue for me to possibly bring in some revenue. I knew that he was doing something with it. I didn't know exactly what. And lo and behold, I get a call just a couple months later, and Levi's calling me about joining LPT. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Levi, and how you got started in YouTube.
Thank you, John. Yeah, so I think you're being a little humble, man. You are crushing YouTube. You're taking what I've done, and I didn't invent the wheel. Neither of us did, but yeah, you're crushing it, man. You're doing exactly what's needed to show the city, the value, what people are searching for. But myself, I've been in real estate for 7 years, did all the old school stuff, built my business on cold calling, door knocking, open houses, running Google and Facebook ads, all the traditional stuff, which absolutely still works. There's a place for everything, but have found this new kind of really untapped resource that is YouTube. And it has changed my business for the better. And it's just really created passive organic leads. That's what's so mind-blowing about YouTube. We'll talk a little bit about that, but yeah, we've both seen really good results.
Yeah, no, it was crazy because yeah, it was crazy because Levi called me out of the blue one day. I was with the EXP at the time, kind of just holding my license there as I learned to do this video stuff. And he said, hey, have you ever thought about being with LPT? And I was like, oh God, here we go. It's another freaking call from another realtor. And of course, he's going 100% commission. How many times have we heard this? And I was like, yeah, right, whatever. And then he mentioned his YouTube page. And then I started putting two to two together because I had watched this guy. Obviously, he's who I was going after. He was the top of the top. I needed to be this guy. And then I found out it was him, and I was like, okay, let me give this guy a real listen now. And I'm so glad I did because this isn't a big LPT hoopla. We're not talking about LPT, but I will tell you that it is a great company, and I benefited tremendously from it, especially just getting started out with the 100% plan. We're paying $6.95 per transaction, which is awesome because we're just now getting started. And let's talk about that, Levi. Let's talk about how long it takes to start seeing actual results. A lot of people will go, oh, YouTube, this is going to be great. I'm going to do this. And I guarantee you 99% of the realtors that say that do not do it. Why do you think that is?
Look, it takes some work up front. You don't see results the first week per se. I mean, it's possible, but likely not. And it takes a little education. For somebody who's not technically savvy, you might not feel like you have all this equipment. You can kind of get analysis paralysis. But the long game should just be a mindset shift because things on YouTube live forever, right? Every other social media is not like that. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, things go viral, but they die. And it's all about posting new relevant content almost weekly, maybe sometimes multiple times. With YouTube, you can search up, we all use YouTube to search everything, right? If you look up how to tie a tie, the number one video is like 13 years old, has millions of views. So if it's relevant, it stays in the algorithm, and that's what's powerful. So if we create good content, it can last forever. It's free, literally free. That's the most crazy thing about this. And we call it passive prospecting. I didn't coin that term, but I think it's the perfect version of that, because every other method of prospecting is interruption marketing. If you're running Facebook ads, Google ads, if you're door knocking, cold calling, those people are not searching for you. You are interrupting them and putting yourself in front of them. Whereas YouTube is the exact opposite. I mean, people are searching, pros and cons of living in X city. What are the costs? What it's like to live in this city. All these things you would search when you're relocating somewhere. And all of a sudden we pop up. And YouTube's owned by Google. Some people don't know that. Some people do. That also puts you sometimes organically in the top Google search. The power of this is just crazy. It's relatively untapped. But kind of what you were saying, I'm rambling here, is...
No, it's great. And you're right, too. I mean, when you go and type in living on the Emerald Coast, there's obviously several folks doing this here in this market, okay? So we're not the only ones doing this here in this market. We are doing it well right now, and I think the reason why we're doing it well is because we do take the time to put a lot of B-roll in there. Levi is especially good at this. He goes out all the time with his wife. This is something he won't tell a lot of people. He goes out with his wife all the time, and they literally will go film everything that they do.
Yeah.
Which I think is brilliant.
My wife hates it.
Yeah, so they go to all the nicest restaurants, and when he goes to all the nicest restaurants, he's filming it for his YouTube page. It's absolutely brilliant. And can you use that as a tax write-off?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Talk to your CPA. But yes, if that meal is for business, for sure. And that's the fun part about this, is you actually get to go live life. Here's the thing about YouTube is you have to change the mindset. The algorithm is kind of simple. It's about retention and click-through rate, meaning people are clicking on the video, the title and the thumbnail. And again, put yourself in your own shoes when you're searching YouTube, right? Because we all use it. But it's all about just showing visually the city or the surroundings, the lifestyle. That's what people want to see.
Yeah, I know, and I agree with you 100%. I think that's why your channel does so well. And let's go ahead and clarify this too. So where we live at, we're on the Emerald Coast. Levi works in Pensacola. I work in Panama City Beach. So we're actually referral partners at this point, because if he can't get stuff over here, I'll grab it, and vice versa. So our two channels kind of work in unison to really help each other out. But that's the key, Levi, is providing the B-roll. And it's as simple as, and I kid you not, now I'm a videographer, so my experience is a little bit different. I, of course, have the, really big cameras and all the equipment to make it look really cool. Levi doesn't. He goes out there with his phone and he absolutely crushes the content, because everything that he does is content. If he's going out to eat at a restaurant, he's filming. If he's going out to a play, he's filming. If he's just hanging around downtown Pensacola, he's filming. And that's how simple it is, guys. Now, the simple part is not the editing. I will let you know that right now. Editing is very hard. Now, I'm fortunate enough to have a team underneath me that I had from my production company that I'm able to put this material out to. Levi isn't. Levi does it all on his own. I don't know how he handles as much business as he does, as well as he does, and still produces these videos. It's really impressive, Levi.
Thank you, John. Yeah, I'm a cheapskate in some ways. So I didn't get all this crazy equipment. I didn't spend thousands of dollars. I do enjoy the side of filmmaking or creating something. It's actually kind of fun. It's like an artistic, creative version. Once you finish one of these videos, it's kind of cool that you're like, I created this, but what we're doing is showing what we love about our city. So we go downtown, the farmers market, like John said, good restaurants. Can only afford that so much, but you can call it a date night.
Oh, come on, Levi. Why don't you be a little transparent here and tell everybody how much business you're actually doing?
Well, see, I don't know if my wife considers it a date when I pull out my phone, it'll ruin the ambiance.
No, that's still a date, bro. Sorry, you got to catch some B-roll somewhere.
But man, the feedback is tremendous. People are grateful, especially when they haven't been here, right? Think about somebody relocating for a job or just dreaming of owning a property. You could live in the mountains and this could still apply. You could live in a booming city that has a lot of industrial or tech jobs and people, like almost anywhere this can apply to. But if you can show people visually what it's like to live in the city and kind of the lifestyle, the good neighborhoods, maybe the bad ones without saying that, you will see tremendous results.
Now, you said tremendous results. I want to talk a little bit about managing expectations. And this was a big one for me. I was super frustrated, guys. The first 2 or 3 months that I did this, I think it was 2 months. It took me 2 months until my first big pop. All of a sudden, my videos went from being seen 8 times to 220 times. And I remember, Levi, I remember it like yesterday when this happened to me. I was so excited. I was dropping my girls off at school. And I was convinced it wasn't going to work. I was convinced that YouTube hated me, that I had done something to offend YouTube. Because this wasn't my first attempt of doing a YouTube channel. But I figured it out. I had to really do some research. There's some great people that you can go to do research, including Channel Junkies, who is who I did a lot of my researches with. I read his book. It was fantastic. Who did you have that you used?
Yeah, Channel Junkies is great. Also, Levi Lassick.
Levi, yes.
He has an incredible channel in Texas. And he talks about how he went from brand new agent, no experience, to doing, like $1 million in GCI in 12 months or something crazy.
Dude, it was so crazy. I'll take you back to that morning. So I was dropping my girls off, literally scared for my life at this point because my business wasn't doing that well here. And I didn't know what I was going to do for a living here in the Emerald Coast. I could still go to Memphis every week and make money there. But here I was really struggling. That first morning when I dropped my girls off, man, I went nuts. I saw that it was peaking. All of a sudden, people were watching my channel. I put on Kanye West. I was bumping Kanye West the whole way home. I was so excited that this was actually going to work and we were going to be able to survive as a family. And it didn't come as quickly as I thought it was, just so you know. Just because people are watching your videos doesn't mean that they've bought in at that point. You do have to get, and I would say the number is about 20 videos. When you get up to 20 videos, all of a sudden it starts compounding all of itself. And, now I have a whiteboard full of people that I'm working with right now, all thanks to this YouTube channel. And I hadn't done real estate. I was a production guy. I was on the other end of it. I was filming the real estate agents. So
yeah,
it can't happen. You do have to be patient. And I talked to Levi a lot about this. I was like, Levi, what am I doing wrong? And he was always so supportive. He's like, John, dude, you're not doing anything wrong. It's going to come. You just have to be patient. And I remember the first couple of times I called you when I actually got a lead come in and you were like, dude, it's not going to slow down. It's only going up from here. And dude, you were so right. It only went up from there. And what a blessing, man. And what a blessing it's been to be with you in LPT too.
Oh, well, thank you, man. Likewise, man. We've become good friends and partners, really. But I had a similar experience, even though I'd been in real estate for a long time. I'd been a top producer prior to ever touching YouTube. I got into YouTube right after the end of the boom. Right after 2022, 2023, things kind of came to a screeching halt. I was paying at that time $1,500, $2,000 a month for internet leads and cold calling every day. And all of a sudden, the response rate, like it all just tremendously slowed down. And so I was kind of sitting here like, my cost per lead is going way up. Business seems to slow down. It kind of put me in a tough space. And so I kind of came across YouTube. I went all in. I believed in the long term. And time frame, we matched up. I think about 3 months is like I actually started to get some calls. I don't think I had hit 20 videos. I want to say maybe like 10, maybe 15. But think about it this way. You can't put out one video and expect tremendous results, because if somebody gravitates towards you, they love your content, they want to binge watch the next video. And so that's why it's so important to have kind of build that up. And also YouTube will promote you like crazy. So if somebody watches a couple of your videos, they get off YouTube for a day or two, they get back on, and guess who's right at the top of their feed? You are.
You know, it's funny you say that. The first video that I created was one that I put a lot of work into, and I was so frustrated because literally 8 people had watched it at that point. I'm going to go ahead and pull it up real quick, just the numbers. Here, I'll pull it up over here in YouTube Studio. But let's see here, content. Just now it started to go off, okay? So all that time that I did this video, look, it's the second video I ever released, January 12th, 2024. We're now at 43,652 views on this one. And just to kind of look at the analytics, and I'll show you what it does. Okay, so it started off poor. Look at that. I don't know if you can see this part of the screen, but I had a month in, I had 38 views. Then we had a little bump, right. And then it all the way over here. And then all of a sudden, about a month ago, this thing just took off and had a life of its own, which is absolutely incredible. And it's still going. So don't get frustrated, guys. If you don't see immediate results in your YouTube, dude, YouTube has its own way of doing things. And whatever you do not share it on social media. I was so adamant about not telling anybody what I was doing. I'm sure my family thought I was a bum because I stopped going to Memphis. I was concentrating, working on this YouTube channel constantly, and, you know, putting all of my resources into this YouTube channel.
That to me is like one of the cool parts about it is you don't have to flaunt it to everybody you know. In fact, as John said, don't post it on your YouTube, your Facebook, because that's the wrong people clicking on it. They're not thinking about moving to your area. They're just going to be nosy, watch 30 seconds and click off. That's not good for the algorithm. Whereas if you let YouTube do its thing, people that are actually searching that content, literally searching what you put out, they're going to consume it. Sometimes sitting on their couch, on their TV, and binge watching you. It's marvelous, but you have to understand.
It's funny. It'll be interrupted. It's funny you said that, because you could go into the analytics of YouTube and see how people are watching you. Most of the people watching my channel are watching it on TV. Most of the people watching my channel are 55 and over. I don't know what your analytics look like.
Yeah, similar.
So we have a bunch of older people, and mind you, you're a real estate agent if you're watching this, so you understand this. There are people with more money, more paid off houses than any time before. So there's a lot of people sitting on the sidelines right now thinking, how about that move to Florida? You know, they're actually daydreaming with us and living through our channel. So it's just such a unique proposition. Do not share on Instagram, guys. I took the BAMX course. I'm a member of BAMX still too. I love what they do on short form content, but you're right, Levi. The problem is you release that and it's gone. If it goes viral, it's only viral for a couple of days. This stuff that we produce is evergreen. People are going to be watching this years from now. The videos that you produce today will be watched, 5 years from now.
Yeah. I am guilty of not putting out some content in quite some time. I've gotten busy, and to my disbelief, the channel really has not taken much of a fall at all. It just pumps forever, indefinitely. Now, don't do that. Be consistent because it compounds. it's exponential, right? The more videos you have means the more that are going to lead them to the next video. And like John said, people sometimes consume your content for months on end. I've had people that call me and say, I've been watching you for a year. I'm ready to make a move. So it's powerful.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing, man. And, we could sit here and talk about YouTube all day. If you'd like to talk with us about this personally, hey, we always want to be a resource for folks that are interested enough to click and like and subscribe to this channel, because this is all for realtors, that are looking to get an edge in the business. You can reach me anytime. I always answer my emails. I love to connect with other realtors. John at MrBeachTeam.com, or you can call me at 850-943-7777. Levi, you want to go ahead and drop your information as well?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Anybody that's looking to network, happy to help. Email is going to be thefortnergroup@gmail.com, and call me, text me, 850-545-2264.
And, to be completely transparent here, guys, we didn't start this channel just out of the goodness of our heart. We do want to help bring you on to LPT, because that would help us financially. So, if you have any interest in checking out more about LPT, we would love to help you on that journey. It's been transformational for me in the fact that I can go out and recruit right now. And even though I'm relatively new in my real estate journey, I've only had 3 closings so far this year, but they've been in the last 3 months. I have another one next week, and all these YouTube leads are now turning into money for me. The fact that I can keep 100% of that commission right now and still go out and try and get people to join LPT under me is absolutely transformational. Levi is doing great with it. He signed me up, obviously getting a cut of anything that I'm bringing in. And it's a really cool and unique business model. We'll talk more about that in future episodes. But for now, let me just say thank you very much for tuning in to us. Do you have anything to add, Levi?
Yeah, absolutely. Everything you said is relevant. There's a lot of great brokerages out there, but do your research, and it's always the right fit. We're happy to talk to you about that. But just kind of on a closing note, because we'll go into more of the analytics of YouTube, maybe another video, a deep dive on click-through rates, the nitty-gritty stuff. But get in the habit of just putting yourself out there. Takes a little while to get used to talking to a camera. Feels weird, but eventually you talk to it like it's anybody else, like it's a buyer you're hanging out with in a house. You just ramble what you're passionate about, the city, what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. Always be honest, be sincere, and it could be the start of something fruitful. It has been for both of us. So
yeah, and and the thing is, and to compound on that, what you just said, I was a radio DJ for 25 years. I have a face for radio. I don't look very pretty. It was really hard turning the camera around on myself. But once I did, it only took maybe 5 or 6 videos, guys, until I got more comfortable with being on camera. And I generally started to feel better about my performance. And I feel that it will for you too. It's just like anything. It's like going to the gym. It's like working out. You got to do it every day to get better.
And just remember that that's what's so cool about YouTube, is it's almost secret. It's like only people that are searching what you're putting out are finding you. So your friends and family don't even have to know. Build this channel on the low and see what happens.
Yeah, once it starts hitting, then you can go, well, look me up.
Right.
That's my favorite thing to do. I go, just search. Just search for me. There you go. And then YouTube will do its job, right?
Just type in the city.
Yeah.
See where I'm at.
There you go. All right. Well, hey, thank you so much for joining us. We do appreciate you taking time. Please hit that like and subscribe button. We'll see you next time.
See you guys later.